All right, looks like we're live. Welcome to Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show, and it is Mystery Project Monday. I actually really love Mondays for the simple fact that we're really just going to be kind of going over whatever is relevant, whatever seems to be most important. It's kind of a good day to kind of catch up on the market if maybe you were not around over the weekend. Of course, if you paid any attention to the market today, we are kind of pulling back a little bit. But this is a new channel. If you're just subscribing in or watching later when we're not live anymore, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, bell notification, all of that different stuff, because it helps me out greatly to grow this channel and my community. Now let me make it so you can see what I see, which I haven't really set up yet. All right. 1 second. It doesn't seem to want to let you see what I see. There we go. All right, with no delay, let's hop right into it. So, man, the Bitcoin, I don't usually pull up the Bitcoin chart here, but let's take a look at it on the daily, or even the 7-day would be much better off. So, I mean, we were up here at about 116, looked like we had made a nice recovery from like 112, 500. And as of right now, you can see we're sitting at 109,637. Are we going down to grab some liquidity? Are we going back up? I don't know. This is not a TA show, but we do speculate on those things a little bit. Go back. All right. Yep, appreciate you sourced and sold. Definitely subscribe. Happy Monday. Again, this is Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show, and I appreciate everybody who watches this later. Not everybody can watch this when we're live, but if you can, Monday through Friday, 8:30 p.m. New York time, you can apply that to wherever you live. If you don't understand how to do that, just go on Google and type it in. ChatGPT, even nowadays, it'll spit you out an answer and make it nice and simple. Don't make life complicated. So Ethereum sitting at 4,376 and if you're wondering, I'm trying to get these buttons. Can Ethereum keep $4,000 price range? I think that's really psychological. I think that if we fall under the $4,000 price range for Ethereum, my personal opinion, there will be more blood in the water. XRP, $2.87. I like to see XRP above that $3 mark, just like I like to see Ethereum above 4,000. BNB pulling back as well, and you're going to see the same theme throughout pretty much everything. Crypto Keep, what is going on, my brother? I appreciate you being here. I think this is like the third or fourth stream I've seen you on, maybe more, and I really appreciate that. Crypto Keep, how you feeling today with the market pulling back? Does it phase you at all? How long you been in crypto? I mean, you're with a name like Crypto Keep, probably a while, right? So I said BNB's pulling back, and we're just giving a minute for people to roll in before we really kick off and deep dive some coins. I was saying the status of the market is pretty much a pullback, a heavy pullback. So you're going to see a lot of things trending down. When we look at our top gainers, top losers, we're probably going to see a lot of things red. So Tron, 34 cents. Not that I pay a lot of attention to Tron personally. Dogecoin, 20 cents. Cardano, 83 cents. Chainlink, $23.42. Hyperliquid, $42.94. Now, in my personal opinion, not financial advice, times like these where the market has been pretty hot and then we get one of these nice pullbacks, even if we pull back a little bit more, in my personal opinion, what I like to do is use it as an opportunity to maybe buy more or get into projects that I wasn't able to get into yet. Hyperliquid being one of those on my radar that I would really love to get into and get a better price. Man, if I could get it down more at the $30 range, be really happy about that. So what is trending today? I mean, what could be trending on such a red day, right? Ethereum, top of the list. I think that's very interesting. How long did people say Ethereum was pretty much dead? For most of the bear market and stuff, everybody just really thought Ethereum was never going to do anything. When Bitcoin came rallying, Ethereum really felt like it was doing nothing. And was it suppressed on purpose, or was it just a natural thing? I don't know, but it's come back with a vengeance. Let's see what Crypto Keep has to say. He says, doing good and feeling good. My second bull run. I believe it's time to either buy more or do nothing. Yeah, exactly, man. I really couldn't have said that any better. You sound like, well, at this point, I'd say 2 bull runs. You're almost in that veteran status. A lot of people think it takes a lot more than that, but it really doesn't, depending on how much time you put into understanding crypto. You could be almost in that veteran status right there. It's the first bull run that really sets you up to be a winner, in my opinion. So Pinlink, or PIN, P-I-N, is the second most trending, sitting at about 59 cents. Let's open that up. I believe we looked at this pretty recently. $47.3 million in its market cap, 100 million tokens, 80 million in circulating supply, so that's not too bad. As we're going over what's trending, top gainers, top losers, we look for good projects that are in a heavy discount, that have dropped a lot, basically, to make it simple talk. Oh yeah, I remember this. My antivirus doesn't want to let me actually look at this page. I don't really love having an antivirus personally. Didn't rock with one for a long time, but I'm doing so much nowadays, I feel like I kind of have to have one. Let's go to their Twitter. But I'm not going to bother trying to go around it and setting it right now. It's probably not a good use of my time. All right, we got 12 people jumping in here. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. I appreciate all of you being here. Best way to grow the channel is to like and subscribe. If you love crypto, if you want it to go back up today, right? 28.6 thousand followers. Pinlink. Now, what is Pinlink? We went over it before, but I don't quite remember. It's kind of a new coin on my radar. Pinlink is now generated 1.5 million users. That's a cool milestone there. Rolls out ARM64 upgrades, so they're upgrading. But what is it? Hashlink smart contract now complete. So it looks like they've recently put smart contracts on the radar. And if they're putting smart contracts, wouldn't that mean they're probably in L1? But it's interesting that they don't want to let me go to their website. Not that that really means anything in crypto. They pretty much assume everybody is a scam. Same thing. All right. Well, I'll go back and not spend too much time on this one. Let's see what else is trending. Come on. Go back. For some reason, every time I want to go back, I have to click it like 4 times. So what else is trending today? I mean, it's interesting to see in the top trending of the day, Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, Chainlink, Hyperliquid, Sui. I mean, big projects that most people would be very familiar with. Chainlink, we went over a lot the other day. Most people know the name, but do you know how involved Chainlink is with RWAs? Now, if you hold it, you probably do. CryptoKeep says, you're right. My first bull run was a learning phase. Yeah, I feel that, brother. Made some and lost some, but I learned a lot. Yeah, exactly. I made a little bit, could have made a lot more. Didn't sell at the top because I didn't understand the 4-year cycle at all. Spent a lot of time studying that kind of things, not wanting, of course, but going to do my best not to mess it up this time around, right? So we were seeing a lot of big things that you would know here are trending, so I don't feel like I need to go over all of them. Pudgy Penguins is one of the more recent ones. I did kind of a full deep dive pre-recorded video on the channel. Just so everybody knows, I've been making pre-recorded videos, deep diving cryptos, like one specific crypto at a time before we started doing this live stream. So there's a lot of juice there, a lot of sauce, if anybody wants to go check that out. So not a ton of interesting projects today to look at in the trending. Let's go to top gainers, top losers before we hop into our Mystery Project Monday. And it's really interesting to do kind of my Mystery Monday show on a day like this when it feels like things are really pulling back, you know? Some of our best gems might be in the top losers. So right off the bat, top gainer of the day, 48% pump for Flock. Don't exactly know what coin this is. Why would a coin pump 48%, 50% now in 24 hours on a day like today? What would give it that kind of juice? So before we even jump in, base contract. I love to see base things pumping because I bought a few things on base. There's a lot of projects I like. And what are the odds? I've said this before, that base, Coinbase, the actual company, is not going to put money behind their blockchain, you know? Very unlikely that they're not going to make sure that that thing does well, because in a way they're correlated, and in a way, if it does really poorly, it might hurt people's investing interest in their actual stock. Hit that water so I can keep talking at 1,000,000 miles an hour. All right, what do we got? Flock.io. When I first saw the name of it, I was pretty sure we were going to go look at a meme coin with like a picture of a cat or a dog, but this actually looks like it might be more of something. Flock.io's comprehensive platform streamlines your AI journey from data preparation to model deployment. Data ownership, local training, and hosting while data stay local. For crowdsourcing data, contributors are fairly rewarded, so you can earn through this whole thing here. Fine-tuning foundation models, fine-tune LLM, large language models, very critical for AI, stable diffusion, and more on your own with other Flock nodes to lower data requirements. So this is very techy. This is AI niche. All right, see what CryptoKeep have to say. Anybody who wants to drop something in the comments, we're a small channel, and I will actually read them. I know the last time I shared a project with you, but you didn't feel safe to visit their website, but it's because of your antivirus, but it's legit project. I have a new project to share with you. Yeah, go ahead and share it, man. The thing is, a lot of times I got to go in and set it so it'll allow me to go to the website, and I don't want to spend a ton of time doing that because I will really lose people. People's retention is not very long. What we're talking about is techie. We're trying to raise crypto IQ of people, and it's a hard road. We can't spend too much time dilly-dallying, or I'll just lose everybody. That's what it's showing like, right? And with that, we're going to get right back into it. So award-winning AI technology. I want to go back now, take a look at Flock, and I want to see how long it's been around. So we go to the max chart, and we pull ourselves back to January 5th, 2025. Although CoinGecko is not the end-all be-all of when a project came out. I'm sure it was out before this, but they do a really good job of tracking, and we don't want to go look for exact date of when every single project came out. They're usually pretty close, within a week or so. It doesn't matter if it came out a week before that. It's still very new, and that is the point. It's what we're really looking for. Tokenomics, $52 million in its market cap. We know it to be an AI project, narrative. That is the underground crypto way. We need to know the narrative, the category, the niche. We need to know all these things. We need to put that in our minds so that we can kind of categorize our portfolios and what we're looking at. All right, so crypto keep coming back in with some more sauce here. He says Mute Swap was the one I shared the last time. Today's new project is Aegon. Aegon is part of Jungler Corp. Just look at their Twitter account and you can access their website from there if you want. Okay, cool. I would definitely take a look at that. I'm going to finish Flock. It's Mystery Monday, so man, this is a good day if you want to drop gems like this and have us look at them. This is the type of day to do it, although I'd probably do it most any day, right? So 1 million coins in the max supply, or 1 billion, sorry. And circulating supply is 110 million. Base blockchain, we already went over that. We had already pulled up their website. I was going to scroll through real quick, see if there's anything that is very interesting or catches our eye, maybe niches out the project a little bit more without me reading every techie paragraph they have here and putting you guys to absolute sleep or boredom. Explore the latest in AI. I don't know. I think we pretty much got everything out of it. The more we do this, the more we move a little bit quicker, more the IQ raises. It's an AI niche thing on the blockchain. It hasn't been out very long, which means, in my opinion, that it hasn't really proven itself very much. We can go look at their Twitter real quick, and we will wrap that up and look at what CryptoKeep was talking about. CryptoKeep, have you before kind of linked that to me on Twitter so I could easily pull it up? I think you've done that before, and if you could do that again, that would be great. All right, Flock.io, they got the gold check mark. If you could go follow me, Crypto Ron, at Underground Crypto. That's _ground crypto, because Underground Crypto was taken. On Twitter, I appreciate it. Very hard to move on Twitter. It's all bots, in my opinion. 211,000 followers. Of course, there's real people, but for a small person like me, they really do not give me much, exposure. Plus, I think they think because I'm crypto that it's all a scam, maybe. I don't know. I see other people getting good exposure. Enough of that, though. So 139,000 impressions on their pin post. Yep, this is pin post. A new momentum for the Flock ecosystem starts here. So, yeah, not seeing anything super exciting here. Blockchain Accelerator kicks off a hackathon. Hackathons are always a really good thing to see. All right. Oh wait, I don't want to go back. I want to go take a look at this project that he was talking about here. Let's see if we can pull it up on CoinGecko before we go to Twitter even. So let's see, how do we spell it? It was AEGON. Oh, I hit N. M. So, it's on virtuals. Okay. And that really lines up. I believe the last project that you were showing was a AI agent. Isn't virtual for AI agents, or am I getting ahead of myself? See if they got their Twitter here for us. And how do you say this? Aegon? Aegon? Makes me want to say Aragon, but there's no R in there. Oh, it was launched today. Okay. So let's go over to the Twitter so I don't waste too much time here, as I was saying earlier, and try to pull this up. Who knows? He might really have a gem here for us. By virtuals. All right, so let's see. It says the next AI rocket agent fundraising for Aegon. I'm just going to call it that. Don't know if it's right. With the Aegon token launch was filled in 5 minutes with 100,000 users interacting with the dApp at the moment. Crazy. Looks like people are tired of the virtuals point system and the mute swap launch. Oh, that's an interesting point. Let's pull up this picture here. It just says fundraising. So is this Aegon? The future of agentic game creation is here. Okay, so this is in the game niche, right? Anyone can now create their own on-chain game with in-game valuable assets in literal seconds. These games will, and then it's ... This is pretty cool looking, or it's a cool idea. I don't want to say it's cool looking. Remember, I'm never endorsing any of these projects. You know, I am just taking a look at it, and we'll hash it out from there. I would never tell you what to do with your money, all of that fun stuff. Major announcement: the fundamental piece of Jungle ecosystem is about to be unleashed. What is Jungle? I'm kind of interested at what that is. Maybe we'll take a look at that next. Am I actually on their Twitter, though, or is this just a feed about people who've tagged Aegon by virtuals? People, come on. All right, these are just the top posts that are actually using that name. AI rockets by virtual. Aegon is live. Jungle. Okay. Yeah, let me go look at Jungle, because Jungle looks like it's probably the bigger thing behind it, which is really where you want to get into. So it looks like Jungle is the bigger company. This is maybe something that they made. Create, play, connect. I mean, you hit this right on the head for me, because I love GameFi. I love play to earn gaming. I want to see play to earn gaming become sustainable and there be real money, even if it's smaller amounts of money than has been in the past. Just the ability to hop on a game for, you know, an hour or two, like you would normally play some video games with your friend, and actually earn whatever it is, $5-10, you know, that's awesome. Maybe you have to invest a little bit to make more, like NFTs and things that allow you to make more money. There's a lot of that going around, but it's not really mainstream, that's for sure. So filled 300,000 in orders in under 6 minutes. No bots, no insiders, just belief in agentic game creation. Thank you to everyone who joined the mission. A new era of autonomous gaming begins. So Jungle is the platform, huh? Let me see. Can I pull up Jungle on CoinGecko? I'm definitely seeing some things here, but I don't think that they're the right thing. Yeah, so this is super new. In my opinion, these are one of the places where you can find some real gems and be in on something real early. It's also where you can lose a lot of capital messing around. So for what I like to do myself is to use very little capital, proportionate, because what is very little capital to you might be very different from somebody else. Jungle doesn't have a coin. Okay, that is good to know. I appreciate you saying that, because that would make sense why they don't have it over on CoinGecko. All right, anything that I'm missing here, Crypto Keep, that you kind of want to bring to the surface? I don't want to spend forever on it, but at the same time, we're deep diving, so we got to spend some time. Let's pull up a roadmap here. So core built, prototype launch. So where is the game? Have you seen the actual game? I know that they actually went live today is what you're saying, so maybe we don't have a game out yet, but I would really like to see a game, and it's going to be Android, iOS, Marketplace, XP integration, game aggregator. Okay, so the platform expansion looks like it's coming next, and it looks like there's a demo, a live demo. Where can we find the live demo, Crypto Keep? Have you seen that yet? And then smart autonomously deliver ecosystem growth. So that's coming much later. A lot of this should be up and running by 2026 as far as the roadmap goes. They have to actually deliver, of course. Says, thank you to everyone who supported Aegon. Your belief in what we're building means everything. Typical things you'd hear them say. Doesn't mean they're great, doesn't mean they're bad. Just means they're out here building. Remember, not everybody who fails at a project is a rug puller, right? Some people genuinely try to do stuff and they fail. And I'm not saying that Jungle is going to fail with their project. I'm just saying, remember, every time you buy something and it doesn't go way up, doesn't mean that they stole all your money. Sometimes they just genuinely mismanaged or didn't know what they were doing. So yeah, let me know if there's anything that I missed. Demo is tomorrow. Okay, cool. Well, we'll be live streaming tomorrow. Crypto Keep, come back and throw that back, and we'll see if we can maybe even launch the game or play the game live. Crypto Keep, are you in the Discord? Also, for anybody watching, come down to the Discord, and the link is in the description is what I'm trying to say, and get into that Discord. Let's have some great conversations. I want to get to know some of you guys in the actual chat and spend a little more time. Now, maybe not while we're live streaming. So what else do we got? We're in the top gainers, top losers. I feel like probably some of the biggest, wins of the day are probably in the losers. But really, alts have been holding up pretty nice. I mean, 22% is the top loser of the day, and it's this Litecoin, which we have gone over before. Let's take a look at this real quick. We have Ecomi, or OMI, number 567 by market cap. $84.3 million in its market cap. Looks like 750 billion max supply tokens, 270.9 circulating supply. Tokenomics, why is it important? Because it gives us an idea of the way that the money flows in and out and how much it's worth. Discord link didn't work. Man, I just updated the Discord link. When did you try it? Have you tried it today, Crypto Keep? Because somebody told me that on Friday and I updated it and changed it. So maybe you haven't clicked it since then, or maybe they're going to change my Discord link on a daily basis and I'm going to have to keep updating it. That'd be super annoying. So whatever this is, it is interoperable, it is on Base, and it's on Energy. I'm not sure what Energy is. And of course it's on Ethereum. Let's go check out their website. What is it? It sounds like something has to do with economy token or something like that. OMI Token Portal. This is a portal you will find information about OMI Token, including instructions, walkthroughs, and any token utilities currently in development or already available. This space is designed to make understanding and using the OMI token as simple as possible. It will continue to evolve as new information becomes available and will alert you to updates on our socials. Okay. Usually, if you want updates for things going on, Discord is usually the best thing for that. I want to see how long this project's been out. Since 2019. All right. Yeah, try it again, Crypto Keep. Let me know if it works for you. If not, I'll go grab a new one and throw it in there at some point during the stream. All right, so this thing's been around since 2019. That's not something that I love to see. Had this huge spike in 2021, and it's just never really recovered. I mean, more than just the bull market, I'm pretty sure. It's trading around 0.006, and we are way down. All right, well, is what it is. Doesn't seem all that exciting. Not exactly sure why it's trending. Category, GameFi. What other categories we got here? NFT, Metaverse, Collectibles, Play to Earn. Okay. So it's got Play to Earn. That actually brings my interest up a little bit. They have all these instructions and stuff, though. So where is the actual project? If it's GameFi, shouldn't there be a game or a platform with a bunch of games? Get Notion free? This is a weird website. We deep dive so many different websites. This one's really weird. We're talking about OMI. Let's actually go to their Twitter. Maybe they're a little bit more up to date over there. Do they have a lot of followers? 154.6 thousand followers is not too shabby. If you're just coming in here, guys, hit that subscribe button. Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. We're doing Mystery Monday, where we are just going over whatever is relevant. Beginning in November 19th, 2025, OMI gets more utility. So that was just a little bit ago, a few days ago. OMI to Gem is coming. Unlock even more flexibility and choice for growing your collection on VV. Not really sure what VV is, but man, that seems familiar. So we got comics and crypto. Economy is this the end? All right, we are gearing up for the next bull run, or could this be the beginning of the end? What exactly does that even mean? Sows intrigue. And then you click it and you watch it. Users can initiate listings and purchase VV official digital collectibles. So I heard it's GameFi, but they have NFTs and they have some kind of collectibles. This looks interesting. I keep waiting for it to hit me with the juice here, but I'm just not seeing it. So we're going to get out of it. I'm not sure why it's pumping today. It got some kind of attention for some reason. But it's just not hitting that itch for me that tells me this is a great thing. And here's another access portal, ACS. That looks probably pretty boring, but we'll go check it out anyways, right? Yeah. Bailey says all those followers are bots, 154K, my ass. Yeah, that could be very possible. Matter of fact, we usually like to do a little Twitter smell test to see what the ratio is between the engagement they're getting on posts versus how many followers they have, and that's usually a dead giveaway. I didn't really do that for that project because it really wasn't getting me excited at all anyways. So Access Protocol, talk about a very boring name for a project. It's got $72.3 million. Crypto Keep, I hear you, man. We'll be waiting for you. We'll be here when you get back. So max supply is infinite. I don't love to see infinite max supplies. It works for some people. Some projects and protocols have a good reason for an infinite supply, but most of the time it just makes it too unknown. Unlock the world of content. Reward your favorite content creators. This has been a hot niche. Let's see what the max log is. How long has this thing been out? We've seen Zora since 2023, so a little bit. It looks like they launched like right at the end or right during the bear market, right? And it's done nothing but just crash. That's not real exciting. But I keep seeing all these social fi type plays and stuff like that. A revolutionary way to support and earn with creators. I mean, I get it. It takes a long time sometimes to get things built up. It takes a long time to get, momentum behind a project, something as big as SocialFi. But I don't know why this got a little pumped today. But it is not seeming all that exciting. Yeah, category SocialFi. So we kind of nailed it there. Let's go back and check something out that's hopefully a little bit more exciting than that one was. Let's look at the top loser of the day is Light. And I want to make sure this is the same project that I actually was looking at another time. I don't think so. Yeah, actually, this is the right one. It's a Solana project. Let's see what category they give it here, right? Decentralized exchange and a launch pad. So in the past, launch pads, I think, have been statistically a good investment if you got in early on launch pads. I would be interested to know what Pump.Fund did from, its inception. So great ideas live here, and kind of scrolls around. These are some different projects on Light, how it works. That's what we really want to know. So meet Haven, the first launch pad and AMM, automated market maker on Solana. What is Haven? What is Light? Quick start and developers. So let's just look at what is Haven, right? Haven is an AMM and launchpad designed to house great ideas on Solana. One place for everything to live, from memes to companies. Haven is highly profitable. Okay, it's a bold statement. This selection is non-technical. If you want to jump right into Codebase, you can head here. And it gives you a link. Very omnibus. You just click it and who knows where it's going to take you. Light is the native token. It's on Solana. I don't know how long it's been around. Let's take a look at that, because that is a valuable piece of information. Looks like August 17, 2025. So this thing is relatively new, and with the market pulling back, it's dipped quite a bit. Does this have the ability to be like a Pump.Fund kind of thing? I don't know. Let's go check out their social over on Twitter. See what kind of interesting things they have to say. 35.1 thousand followers, 445,000 impressions, but only 1.6 thousand likes. 472 reposts, though. That's pretty good. It says Chapter 1, Ember. Star Seed is now available. As of right now, Chapter 1 begins. And when was that posted? On the 18th. Okay, so like the day after they launch. Yeah, it begins. That makes sense. Haven's team is no longer following a linear vest, although the team vest will technically continue to be dispersed on stream flow. Not really sure what that exactly means. On the first of every month for a year, the team has pledged to revest all team tokens and adhere to 1 year cliff. That's really interesting. That is a kind of a gem of a piece of information to know if you were looking to maybe even invest in something like this. That's pretty interesting. We've prepared an endpoint for all integration partners to keep up to date with Haven's total circulation and lock. Well, I think that this one could be a bit of a wild play, but at the same time, it's on Solana. It's got a launch pad, and it could pull some attention depending on how easy or not easy it is to actually launch something. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's look at market caps. Anything with an actual big market cap here yet? Below 100K, above 100K. All right, Light itself has $39.7 million in it. And well, okay, that's what we're looking at. I don't know if Haven is a token. Light is the native token. Definitely something you want to keep in mind here. And then from there, it goes down drastically. So it looks like mid, which doesn't look all that exciting, is kind of the biggest market cap in this ecosystem. This could be on to something very early. It could be a nothing burger. You never know. And we're deep diving Haven is really the overall project here. It's a launch pad on Solana, but Light is the token. It's down today. And this is kind of the biggest token with $2.3 million in market cap on its project, and it's honestly not very exciting. I mean, it looks like a lot of meme coins, but what's the narrative? I mean, nowadays meme coins, you got to do a little better than some cartoon drawings like this. Like, I need a narrative. I need a reason why it exists, right? At least this Magic's got a Magic Carp, $1.5 million in it. This could be a gem waiting to pop, but you just don't know. That's how crypto moves. You never really know exactly what's going to pop. We're having a pullback right now. How long are we going to have a pullback for? Who knows? Is it going to be days, and then, in a week from now, we're sitting back up at 115, 116,000? We don't know. Or are we going to 100,000 or below? None of these things would be uncommon, even in a bull market, which I believe that we're in. And I believe that the top of this bull market will be pretty much the end of the year, somewhere November to December, could even be October. Every time it seems like they play new games that the investors were not expecting. None of this is financial advice, just my experience being in the market. A lot of times they play games. And those games usually shake everybody up and get people to miss what's really going on. So this is called Ultima. Ticker is exactly the same. Market cap $342.1 million. And it only has 100,000 max supply. I was thinking about this the other day. If I ever made like some random meme coin, I'm going to do the exact opposite of what everybody else does and makes like 1 trillion tokens. I'm going to make it have like, 1 million tokens. But they went even smaller, like 100,000 tokens. And that is why this thing is worth $8,688. Pretty cool. If you're somebody that likes to sit on a lot of those launch pads and look for people who put a really small max supply, because that is how number goes up quickly, in my personal opinion. But let's take a look at their website. What the heck are they doing? Ultima is a modern token with a powerful background created by a team of experienced engineers. How much was it up today? Was up today 21%. That's not too bad. Max says it's been around since September 20th, 2023, according to CoinGecko. Ultima's mission is to create a flawless cryptocurrency product. Okay, right there, very bold statement. Good luck. There's going to be flaws and problems. To transform the way people interact with cryptocurrency around the world and provide them an instant cross-border payment in crypto. So cross-border payment seems like it is really what they're about. Let's go down to category, payment solutions. I don't hate that. I'm not going to lie. I don't hate that because that's value. That's real use case. Now, why would you choose Ultima over XRP? What are the fees for Ultima? It doesn't have a contract address, of course, leading me to believe it is its own layer 1. Back to the website. This could be a really interesting thing. Even though it's sitting at about $8,000 something dollars, what exactly is it? $8,688. Its market cap is actually really small, and its max supply is super small. Depending on what capital you're working with, this might not be such a horrible thing to throw a little bit of money in. Ultima is a powerful cryptocurrency ecosystem created on the Ultima token. For our ecosystem unites a range of innovative products, modern crypto wallets, unique crypto debit card, a crowdfunding platform. It makes its own marketplace and more. A lot more products are unique in the crypto space. It's cool. I actually really like what this is about and what it's doing, for the simple fact that it's necessary. It's what people need around the world. Even though we have many options, it never hurts to have more options. The more people in the same space trying to do the same thing brings competition. Competition brings fees down, price down, all of that stuff. I don't know how they're going to beat XRP. I'm just going to be honest. XRP sometimes is a penny or less to move money around. I don't know how they're going to beat that. So Donkey is the second top loser of the day at 21.9%. What the heck is Donkey? Does it deserve to be a loser? In the max, though, it's up 470%. Looks like it came out around May 6, 2025. At the current moment, it has $52.1 million in its market cap. It's got 1 billion tokens and 8 billion tokens in circulating supply. That I do love to see. It is a Binance Smart Chain coin. I'm not seeing a website, so we will go to their Twitter. What is Donkey, and why should anybody care about Donkey? And their account suspended. Well, that's the end of the deep dive of Donkey, I guess. Come on. Back it up. All right, if you have a coin you'd like me to look at, go ahead and throw that in for sure. So it looks like our viewership dropped off the map over like me looking at Ultima maybe, or was it Access Protocol? Who knows? It's a Monday. The market's down. Most people are licking their wounds. If you're still here watching, you're the real MVP, that's for sure. those who are really paying attention when everything pulls back and it feels awful, those are usually the people who are winners. So Koback, another project I've never heard of. Ticker is CBK, number 673 by market cap, and on its max it's down 92.9%. So that's not a good look, but let's go to like a 3-month. Is it that bad on a 3-month? Up 23%, 24 hours up 15%. Why is it pumping? I have no idea. It's on Ethereum and Polygon. So it's very Ethereum native. Polygon is a layer 2 on Ethereum, if you don't know that. And it just went super Chinese website on me. So, yeah. Looks like some kind of news website. English. Yeah, we would like to see it in English. That would be cool. Even though it looks like a lot of it's still in Korean. So it's actually Korean, not Chinese. I wouldn't know the difference, that's for sure. Let me check my audio here. All right, so the audio is looking good. Saw viewership drop off and I've had a couple audio issues. So this is Koback, right? And their website looks like it was in Korean. So this is obviously not an American thing. It looks like it had a lot to do with news. It's built on Ethereum. That's really all there is to say about it. Go to category. It says DWF Labs Portfolio. Okay. Not exactly sure what that means. I haven't really seen that. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. We do appreciate it. Really, there's just a bunch of tokens today in the top gainers, and I just want to deep dive them and see what they are. It's Monday. Let's see what the pulse of the market is, you know. So we got Open Campus or EDU. What's the category? Education. I think I saw that coming with campus in its name. It is Binance Lab Portfolio, Yeezy Labs, and Binance Launchpad. So that's very interesting. It says it's in the education niche. How many education niche tokens are you holding in your portfolio? I don't think I'm holding any personally. Open Campus, the on-chain education network. Website looks pretty official. About Open Campus. Open Campus is a DAO and community-led protocol, building a decentralized education system, which is a great idea. I don't see a ton of people doing that, but of course, that makes it unique. That makes it more likely to succeed, like it has less competitors. Somebody in the chat dropped me another coin at all that has to do with trying to build a decentralized education ecosystem. We partner and integrate with like-minded entities to advance models of education within the power of Web3. So it says new campus, tiny tap. Those must be some people as seen on VentureBeat, Forbes, Decrypt, Crypto.news. They're touting those things. I don't think it's all that difficult to actually get on those things, to be honest with you. Bring education on chain. Again, I got to say that I think it's a great idea. I think that that is a good narrative and a narrative that we don't see a lot. So EDU Chain, the first blockchain for education built on Open Campus. Open Campus ID, on-chain learning portfolio store educational credentials that are minted using the EDU. So what if the whole educational system went blockchain, right? And your credentials were minted like NFTs, or like your diploma was a minted NFT, and proving that you had it would be so easy to do no matter where in the world that you went. That's pretty cool. EDU is a native gas token for EDU chain and governance. Of course, 6-week accelerator program providing funding, networking, growth resources for educational focused startups. If they could get these kind of things in small campuses maybe first and then into bigger campuses after that, man, this thing could bang. No guarantee that it will, though. Of course, don't get overhyped. I'm never telling you should buy anything. We are doing research, and you should do your own research before you buy anything. So we got Open Campus. I'm going to go ahead and give them a follow. Follow me at _ground_crypto or CryptoRom with the blue check mark. Got my face in the thumbnail. Don't know if I have any imposters, but it's probably coming. OC 3.0 is here. This is the pin post. Again, they have 327.5 thousand followers. It's a lot of followers. Do they genuinely have it? And then their pin post has 39,000 impressions. Not a great ratio, honestly. Not because we lack talent, but because the system wasn't built for everyone. Education is broken. I have to agree with them on that one. Whether I like this project or not, I'm spending a little more time on it because of the niche, right? Narrative, narrative, narrative. So the niche here is education and bringing it on blockchain. I really love the idea of that. I didn't even know that I did until we started deep diving this project. Don't know if this is going to be the first mover advantage, if this is going to be the one to set the bar, but I do love the idea. So we will keep that in the back of our mind. It's on Binance Smart Chain. I find that pretty interesting. Also means that it is probably not based out of America, which is okay. Not everything has to be based out of America. We just think that here as Americans. So next we have Rome token. And when we have all these tokens that are top gainers of the day or top losers that we don't know what they are, we should probably check them out, because if they're trending on a day like today or pumping on a day like today, there could be a good reason. Let's look at the 7-day chart here. Nothing but up. This coin is so small, it looks like it's pretty much unaffected by the price action of Bitcoin today, which shows strength in your altcoin market, which is good. $34.6 million in its market cap, little over a billion tokens, 306.4 million in circulation. If you don't know why I'm saying the tokenomics of every coin, then you definitely have something to learn about the way that all of this works. Crypto Keep, did you ever come back? So let's go check out their website. Web3, DeFi, PIN, okay. DPIN, Wi-Fi. Roam the world, connect the people. So all-in-one Web3 app. Wi-Fi, a network that securely and seamlessly connects you to millions of Wi-Fi hotspots globally. Stay connected and earn rewards with Roam. So are they providing Wi-Fi or are they using your Wi-Fi? 7.5 million Wi-Fi hotspots, access 4.5 million open Roam hotspots, and over 3 million self-built Wi-Fi nodes with just a click. Okay, so it seems like you get in the game and you build a node or something, and then maybe you're going to earn some rewards by providing Wi-Fi. It's a pretty cool idea, but I think most people... The rewards is a cool idea, but most people have, phone service. Maybe this is real useful if you go to another country and you're already a part of it somehow, so you already have it on your phone. You can just get in and connect to Wi-Fi's. Connect to global decentralized Wi-Fi with Roam app utilizing decentralized identifiers. Let's keep changing on me here. Go back. And verifiable credentials for secure and convenient logins. Use and build. Grow the network with Roam and earn rewards every time you use the app. So they're saying they have an app. Do they actually have an app? I don't know. This is called Roam. There's a potential to earn here. I do love that kind of narrative. Build a global DPIN ecosystem that utilizes Wi-Fi hotspots. So you have these Roam Rainer max 60 and a Roam Banker max 30. Let's just hit buy now, right? Just for the sake of it, and let's see what they are talking about. So $500. When you talk about selling me a $500 wireless router that potentially has mining capabilities, I think I need to know how much I can actually earn with your Wi-Fi router. Now, I don't expect them to make me hundreds of dollars a day or anything crazy like that, but if this thing is not making me $30 a month, I don't know. I don't know if I want it. So Rainer Max 60 supports open roaming, enabling users to seamlessly and secure connect to Wi-Fi. Yeah, we know what it does. Wi-Fi router allows you to enjoy an exclusive 3,000 Roam point airdrop bonus when activating your new miner and network. Okay. So I got into something like this once before, and where it says enjoy a 3,000 Roam point airdrop bonus when activating your new minter on this network, sometimes what that means is inside of it there's locked up 3,000 tokens, and over time they're going to let you activate them, but you're going to have to mine this thing for forever. Now, I'm not saying that's what this project is doing, but I am saying don't think you're going to buy this thing and it's just going to give you 3,000 of their tokens right away when you activate it, because that is almost never the way that it works. maybe watch some YouTube videos on it and see what other people say, because it could, but you have to think they would be giving you probably more value than what you paid for it. So why wouldn't everybody just cash out? Buy it, cash out, buy 100 of them, cash out, and then drive the thing straight into the ground. They have to have some way of protecting themselves from this. Experience up to 9.6 gigabyte data transfers, nearly 3 times faster than Wi-Fi, the 3.5, for reduced bandwidth congestion. How are they going to get you to 9.6 though, right? When it coming in your wall is probably 2 or 4 or 5. Uninterrupted roam and massive Wi-Fi capability. So I think you guys probably really get the point of what they're doing here, right? It is interesting. This one's $400. What's the other one? What's the banker? Is it more or less? It's $200. $200, probably getting less for it, and doesn't look like it comes with any kind of bonus like the other one did, like how it said you get 3,000. All right, well, that's a really interesting project. It's pumping today. If we go to its max, how long has it been out? Go away, QR code. March 5th, 2025. So this thing is new. It's hot. It could pump. Who knows what it's going to do? This is crypto. It could do anything. It could be at a nice discount right now. Let's look at it on, say, like a 3-month chart. Yeah, and it's just been trending down. How much exposure at the beginning? Now, this is where, if you're looking at something like this, I think a Twitter is really important, because how much exposure are they getting? Because how well this project's going to do, how long you're going to be able to actually earn with them, seems like it's going to be very dependent on how well they're doing. Again, it says 300,000 followers, but do they really have that many followers? 150,000 impressions on the pin post. But then you see, like, this only got 975. This one got 8.7 thousand. 67,000 on this. Yeah, very interesting. Now, if there's a way to get into this just off your phone from an app, and you don't have to actually buy one of those routers, might not be too bad. These type of things are really a capital game, in my opinion. If you're playing with, say, $10,000, dropping $200 to $400 on something like this and taking a little risk is not a big deal. If your portfolio is $1,500, this is probably not a great idea, unless you can get it on your phone and start earning. That would be pretty cool. So trade with ease, earn rewards, and build the future of decentralized connectivity. One thing I want to check out is markets. Where can you get this thing? Oh, PancakeSwap V3. All right. I mean, say less. That's probably the best place to get anything a decentralized exchange. I wouldn't go anywhere else. I go straight to PancakeSwap because I love Binance Smart Chain system. Okay, yeah, I was like, but it says it's on Solana. Okay, so it's interoperable. It's on both Binance Smart Chain and Solana. Let's hop on out of here onto the next coin. Rome is very interesting. I'm going to keep that one in the back of my mind for sure. If you're just hopping in, hit that like, share, subscribe button. I appreciate you being here. We are a new channel. See if anything catches my eye. Let's take a look at Spark, because Spark came out a while ago. Full transparency, I bought a few dollars of it. Not a lot, but that is kind of why I want to look at it. Mondays are kind of loose like that. With the market pulling back, interest is down a little bit. So we kind of having a little more loose live stream today. So let's go to max chart, see how long this thing's been out. All the charts look the same because it's only been out since July 17, 2025. And it looks like it was not doing a whole lot for a while, but you didn't see it have this huge dump first. So it kind of trended sideways for a while, and then it got this big pump, pulled back, smaller pump, still pulling back, almost kind of double bottoming out. So the chart doesn't look horrible to me. Not that I'm a technical analysis master or a TA master of any sort. Know a little bit. I know my way around a little bit. And of course, the market is not looking that great, but looks like it's held up pretty well, although it did have a little bit of a fall, just like Bitcoin has. 112.6 thousand in its market cap, 10 billion tokens max supply, 1.5 billion circulating supply, Ethereum contract categories, DeFi, lending and borrowing, stablecoining, governance. Let's go to their website. Why is Spark interesting? Why would anybody want to own Spark? Crypto Keep says he is in the Discord now. Thank you, man. That is a new Discord we're building, so the conversation could be a little slow, but if you say something in there, I'll definitely respond to you, and we will be building that up. We're live streaming at least 5 days a week, so I don't doubt that there will be a lot more conversation going on shortly. And I appreciate you telling me you're back. Earned 4.75%. We're looking at Spark token. Spark was real hot for a little while last week. Want to see why. 10% loyalty booster. Overdrive airdrop is now claimable. So they have an airdrop. I'm not sure exactly what you had to do to be a part of that. It's on Ethereum. Don't see any other contract addresses, so Ethereum is the way to go for them. Maximize your stablecoin yield with transparent rates. Withdraw USDC, USDS, or DAI at any time with no slippage or platform fees. I love that there's no slippage because that's something that a lot of people do not account for. Introducing SPK, the Spark token. So you can stake it, earn points. Try to get through this pretty quick. Sky or USDS holders can farm SPK by unlocking their tokens. By locking their tokens, not unlocking their tokens. Makes sense. If you got some Sky or USDS, lock it up. They'll give you some Spark. Participation in Spark governance helps secure, shape the future. Yep, that's what pretty much all governance is. Spark can bootstrap products from 0 to 1 without relying on any third-party capital due to substantial stablecoin reserves. So they say they got reserves, right? And so you don't need to worry about it. They got the liquidity. So you have this Sky token, and it flows into Spark. Kind of got a little diagram here. And then from Spark, we are going into Spark Lend, which is a lending protocol, Aave, which is interesting, Morpho, which I don't know as much about, and Athena, which is one that most people would probably know. Spark's the only thing that's green today. Well, I'm glad to hear that because I bought a little bit of it. Wasn't a lot, but I bought a little bit of it a while ago. So really when it was trending, I say a while ago because I'm in crypto every day. It was like last week, guys. Spark is the only thing that's, I already read that one. On-chain solution. Everything Spark builds operates on-chain, ensuring transparency, decentralization, and community alignment. This commitment enables rapid scaling without maintaining trust, as Spark Capital deployments are visible and verifiable on the blockchain. So what are they using? Are they using, ZK rollups, zero knowledge rollups? Like what are they using to do that? Spark helps grow other protocols and ecosystems via premier liquidity integration. So they're providing liquidity. One thing that I like and have done really well with in my portfolio are things that provide liquidity. Think Aerodrome for base blockchain, right? DeepBook for Sui network or Sui blockchain. These are different platforms that provide liquidity, and most things rather rely on it in some way or are literally built on getting their liquidity from there for their projects to run and scale. And they a lot of times take loans and lending protocol things through them as well, contracts. And Spark helps you to unlock your growth across DeFi. So I think you get it. Let's not spend a crazy amount of time on what it does because really it's just a liquidity provider. And that is not the most sexy thing to talk about. It's not a fun meme coin community. But a lot of times it does what it needs to do and it gets the money into the market cap. And money into the market cap is what drives the price up per coin, right? That seems pretty simple. Everybody should be able to understand that. Not financial advice. That is just a fact. And let's see and if you see anything that looks interesting to you, just throw it that we're looking at here. Just throw it down there and I'll take a look at it. All right, let's look at this Codata because I took a look at it and I don't remember what it is, and I hate when I don't remember what something is. $62.1 million in its market cap. It is on Binance Smart Chain. See what they tell us. AI. So we got an AI narrative OKX Ventures, so it's tied into OKX, right? And Binance Alpha Spotlight, so it's been spotlighted over on Binance. And let's go to their website. So we know it has to do with AI, right? Knowledge layer for AI, your knowledge, your data asset, endless AI royalties. So they're talking about giving you royalties from AI, which is pretty dope. You know, there's the hard part for me, and I just want to take a second to talk about this, is there are so many different ways that you can earn, right? So which one's the best? Which one's the best return? You have, you know, depreciating returns. You can put money in a pool, and the assets that make up that pool can go down in value. They can go up in value. You never really know. So there is tons of risk in a lot of this investing for people just coming in and don't really know what they're doing. And so you really have to be a little more calculated on the risk. Sometimes you just have to lose a little bit to understand that whatever you were doing wasn't a good idea. Sometimes you randomly win a little bit, and then you go all in because you were winning a little bit, and then you lose even more. So it's all about, in my opinion, for me, it's all about moderating how much money you have in risky things. So for the more simple analysis, 'cause I just want to help people out who's maybe watching this later. For the more simple analysis of like a portfolio, in my opinion, break it down by risk. You shouldn't have the most money in the most risky things. Now, you do what you want to do with your business, with your money. That's your business. So like if you got $3,000 and you want to put most of it in really risky things so that you can get rich fast, it might work out for you. You also more than likely might lose the value of that money. Your $3,000 might be worth $300 in a very short period of time. And in my experience, a lot of times that's how it'll work if you go super risky with all your money. So it's good to really diversify, which diversifying is not a crazy concept in investing, but a lot of people retail coming in, they're not thinking that. They're thinking this meme coin is going to make me a millionaire. Look how many tokens it has. Look, it's got 1 trillion tokens. If that went to $1, and they just get lost in the sauce. And that's kind of what we're here to do, is bring up that IQ. So we have some really technical looking stuff here for Codata. We know it's AI, and we know it's about earning royalties. I don't really like their website. Their website's kind of annoying. To specialized AI, domain knowledge turn general models into specialized by teaching, guiding, grounding, and testing. I know AI is not what a lot of people want to listen to. Unfortunately, that might catch you, slipping a little bit. You might be losing out on a really great project because AI narrative is hot. Every model decision reflects past knowledge. So a lot of what they're trying to do is explain how it's working, how Codata operates. I would love to take the time and really explain that to you, but most people don't want to hear that, is what I find. We did a whole AI deep dive, I believe it was on Friday, and the truth is a lot of people don't want to hear it. It's sad, but it is what it is. So we're moving on. And again, don't forget, AI narrative is super hot. So if you don't know what the upcoming AI coins are, or AI agents, like CryptoKeep was pointing out today, in that kind of AI agent niche of GameFi, you're probably going to miss out. Yeah, and learn to DCA and diversify. Exactly. So what is Darkstar? Now, we were talking just real simply about liquidity in different ecosystems. I did find one project. I'll just duplicate here and pull it up. I thought it sounded really good from their website. I don't know if it's actually any good. Let's see when it came out. It's called Black Hole, and it's kind of a liquidity provider for Avalanche blockchain. Now, is Avalanche going to make it? I know they really wanted to be the more GameFi capital of, blockchains or crypto. Unfortunately, I feel like GameFi is not that hot right now, and that might be hurting Avalanche, and maybe why Avalanche is not pumping. Or it could have to do with the way they're running their business, the way that they're marketing. Who knows? But when you go to the max chart on this thing, it's ugly. And that's the truth. It's down 48%. Almost 50% since it came out. It came out, though, July 16th, 2025, according to CoinGecko. Again, it could have been out more. Some things get on here faster than others. And it's Avalanche native, doesn't have any other contract addresses. All right, Crypto Keep, thanks for stopping in, man. Have a good night. I'll see you on Discord. Welcome to Black Hole, the central trading and liquidity hub on Avalanche. Now, I don't know how many other liquidity providers are big on Avalanche, because Avalanche is not one that I deal with a lot, but this one looks like it has seen better days as far as its price action. But all it takes, I think, sometimes is a bunch of attention to come over to Avalanche, and then things boom. Could this just be a rugger, a junk project, promising something that they're never going to provide? No idea. But they haven't been around very long. So some of this negative price action doesn't scare me as bit. One little, factoid that I will just throw out there is that when you see something like this, but it's been out for 5 years, 4 years, 6 years, then my hopes that it's ever going to pump or recover are very small. I never know if maybe this just not have a good exposure. Avalanche is not doing that great as a blockchain in exposure, and that's just causing it to fumble a little bit, right? So that is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this deep dive. Anybody who watches it later, the market has been getting crushed a little bit, so engagement is low. I'm going to look at this Dark Star real quick. Dark Star is what? First AI-powered game online in Kai with 100% airdrops. Everyone can earn a minimum of $5 daily. All right, they got my attention. I love earning some little bit of money for, a rising ecosystem. And if you earn, for example, if this does well and you earn $5 of it a day and it goes up 10x, you were earning what, $50 a day, right? If it goes up 100 a day, you were earning $500 a day. So really the big motive, I think, is in it going up, right? $5 a day is cool, but that's not exactly the most exciting thing in the world. But if you could do that consistently every day and not have to put in a ton of work, maybe you own an NFT that boosts you or something, and then this thing goes up, that's where the money ticket is. How interesting. It says BitBoy X just posted a video. Did they let him out? If you know, you know. Did they let BitBoy out? That's going to be all over Twitter here, if that's true. So NFTs say coming soon. Token says coming soon. Darkstar, when the heck did it come out? Let's go to its max log. And it looks like it's done nothing but this huge pump and then run sideways. August 4th, 2025. So another newer project. I personally, this bull run, am already invested in quite a few other things. So for the money going forward, I'm looking at things that are just coming out because they have high potential of getting a lot of attention. Things that have already been out, a lot of times attention has already ran through it, and it rather did really well or it didn't as far as getting people captivated by the project and invested. That's just how I feel about it. So it had a really nice pump, and it's mostly run sideways. It's only got $38 million in it. Things that are like, say, under, what's a good number? Things that are under like 40 or 50 million are a little bit more sketchy to me, as far as being rug pulls and stuff like that. Now, when they start getting up into this range, they build a little bit of confidence, but don't think that $38 million couldn't be a rug pull, because it could. And it is on Binance Smart Chain and Kaya. Really want to look at Kaya because Kaya is an ecosystem I haven't really gone over. So maybe that's what we'll do tomorrow. Who knows what engagement is going to be moving forward. But we're not going to stop here at Underground Crypto. Again, this is stuff, this deep dive, this research, this understanding the market and where everything fits in is something that I would be doing by myself anyways. So show up if you love it. Hit the like, subscribe button if you love crypto. I'm out for today. You guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I need something catchy and cool to say when I end the stream. So put that down in the comments. What's something really, good to say at the end of my streams. Have a good night, y'all. See you in the Discord. Discord link in the description.